Second grade scholars. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020, and this is ELA Mini Lesson 17. Remember, this week we are working on using main idea and details to summarize a nonfiction text. Your learning targets for today: I can identify the main idea of a text and supporting details, and I can summarize a text using the main idea and details. Here are your tasks for today. Number 1, listen to the passage. And remember, you have this passage in your packet, so follow along while I read, and this will support you when you go back to reread the passage on your own. 2, identify the main idea. And remember, not just the topic, but what the author wants us to understand about the topic. Then you'll find 3 to 4 details that support what the main idea is. If you're unable to find details about what you said was the main idea, you need to rethink what the passage is really about, what the author is trying to say. And finally, step 4, you'll write a 1-sentence summary of the text. The materials that you'll need for today's lesson are the next graphic organizer in your packet, and also the text, Peanuts for Babies. Let's get started. We want to figure out, what is the author trying to tell us about this? One thing I notice about this text right away is the question mark at the end of the title. So that's going to change the way that I read this. Instead of Peanuts for Babies, I might say Peanuts for Babies, and make my voice go up at the end, because this is a question. This also might change what you think the text is going to be about. Let's get started. Peanuts for babies? Some children are allergic to peanuts. They can become sick if they eat foods with peanuts in them. Many parents keep foods with peanuts away from their children to be safe. That may be a bad idea. A new study found that babies who eat peanuts become allergic much less often than other babies. Some parents may change what they feed their babies because of this news. Do you know 4 out of every 10 children in the United States are allergic to at least one food? Remember, captions are an important part of a nonfiction text, and they give us more information. You might find a detail in the captions for these photographs that help support the main idea. Doctors found that even kids who stopped eating peanuts kept some protection from allergies for 1 year. And the caption under this photograph says, eating peanuts early in life may be the best way for kids to avoid a peanut allergy later. So remember, when we're thinking about the main idea, we want to identify the what and the so what. What is the author talking about, and what about that do they really want us to understand? Our first step is to identify the topic, and then what the author wants to tell us about the topic. Or going back a few lessons, the what and the so what. Our topic is babies eating peanuts, but what does the author really want us to understand about that? And think about the title, Peanuts for Babies? What is the question that the author is trying to teach us about? Grab a pencil and listen closely while I reread the text. Think about some other strategies that we've learned to help us identify the main idea. Do you notice any details or words that repeat? Go ahead and underline them in the text. This will be helpful when you're writing your summary. Peanuts for babies? Eating peanuts early in life may be the best way for kids to avoid a peanut allergy later. Some children are allergic to peanuts. They can become sick if they eat foods with peanuts in them. Many parents keep foods with peanuts away from their children to be safe. That may be a bad idea. A new study found that babies who eat peanuts become allergic much less often than other babies. Some parents may change what they feed their babies because of this news. Doctors found that even kids who stopped eating peanuts kept some protection from allergies for 1 year. Do you know 4 out of every 10 children in the United States are allergic to at least one food? All right, girls. So for today's task, you're going to first write the main idea and try to find between 3 and 4 supporting details that tell us that this is really what the text is about. Then summarize the passage in one sentence. Have a great day. I can't wait to see you back tomorrow.